Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for March 8th through 12th.
I'm not going to say it. Stop looking at me like you're waiting for me to say how fast this month has gone.
It's insane, but also I feel like this week just went so quick.
Yes.
I don't know where it went really, but you had found something online that since we talked about.
Yes.
And I did mistakenly call her Emily Watson.
Oh, well,
but I did correct myself and say Emily Wilson, but still.
There. Yes. No, I thought it was funny just because we happened to be talking about her. They mentioned, I don't know where it was, one of the soap magazines, and then it was posted on Facebook that Emily Wilson is pregnant. So
yes.
maybe that's why we're not seeing her.
With her first baby.
Yes.
So congratulations.
But I hope that means that she's going to do her maternity leave and then come back. And that's why they haven't done anything with her, is because she's already under contract.
And she's pregnant.
Oh, right.
I mean, she's
like, dude.
She's adorable. She just got like this little beach ball in front of her because she's tiny everywhere else. She does that whole boho chic pregnancy thing that's super cute that I would love to figure that out.
I could have never pulled that off, no.
No, but she can.
She is
beautiful.
Adorable.
I think she said she's having a girl, right?
Did I say that? I don't know.
I can't remember. But either way, congratulations. And on that note, we are actually going to do what we said we were going to do during last week's Port Charles 411. This week's Port Charles 411 is going to be about how Georgie and Rocco really came to be, but I have it right now written as Dante / Lulu / Maxie / Spinelli / Brit baby swap.
There you go.
I don't know. It's the baby star because that's 5 points.
Oh,
it'll be the baby star.
Perfect.
That does not make sense.
Nope.
But it's not a triangle. It's not a square.
There were a lot of players.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of things. So join us on Thursday to learn more about how everyone carried each other's babies, whether they knew it or not.
In secret, right. So weird.
At the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, we'll talk about that on Thursday. So let's talk about this week first. Where on earth do you want to start?
I'll start with my least favorite, which is Finn and Jackie. Why would they have admitted that?
Okay, so we're just going there.
Just go.
So
I'm so frustrated.
I loved Gregory confronting them. But honestly,
no, I didn't like Gregory.
Are you serious?
Because if you were having a conversation in your doorway about me, I would stand there and listen to the whole conversation. I would not interrupt you in the middle of it because I want to hear what you're going to say.
True. But also, I don't know. But Finn knows he can't be a hypocrite about all this because he can't be mad at Anna for not. So he's just like, you know what? I'm done with all the lies. At least have to tell him. Gregory putting 2 and 2 together that Chase wasn't even supposed to happen. We just said that he was a souvenir from our honeymoon.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my God, you could be the father.
That was good. I liked the way that was done because I felt like that was how you would actually walk yourself through the process.
Yeah.
But no, I don't understand why they told him. I'm sorry.
Well, Jackie came to tell him, did not like when she said, regardless, I'm his mother.
Right.
No, this is all your fault.
Exactly.
Because Finn I was under the impression that at least when he saw Chase as a baby,
mm-hmm.
I was under the impression that he thought he could have been the dad.
Right.
And Jackie said no.
Right.
So Finn pretty much did not do anything wrong until the past, since October when Jackie was like, I don't know, maybe it could be.
Yeah.
But this is all on Jackie. And I feel like Chase is really putting the blame there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I understand he's mad at Finn. Ooh, Josh Swigert angry?
Yes.
Nice. Sorry.
Can we make him mad more often?
But I did not like Jackie saying that.
No.
I'm like, it's your fault that they don't know who the dad is.
Right. And both of them wanted to be dads. Like Gregory was the dad and was a good dad. And Finn would have been. You just told him it wasn't his. So,
right.
Or he wasn't.
I think Chase is going to have a hard time understanding how his brother could sleep with his mom.
Right.
But even if, I feel like regardless of the DNA results, he's going to be more mad at Jackie than anything. Because Gregory has already told him, regardless, I'm your dad.
Yeah.
And then Finn has kind of said the same thing. He's like, I just want to know, but
No, it was messed up. It was so crazy.
I did like how it all played out, though. I liked it.
I liked how it played out if that's where they were going. Oh, Cookie has something to say about it. No, I like the way that it all played out if that's what they wanted to do. But I still don't understand why they felt the need
to do this in the first
to tell
place.
everyone. Wait until you have the results. If you are going to expose it, wait until you at least know.
Yeah, but Chase saw it on his phone. So it's not like.
I thought that was weird too.
But they couldn't lie to him about that and then have it come. It would have been another lie.
But they had already told Gregory about it.
Right.
I wouldn't have told Gregory. I wouldn't have told Chase. I wouldn't have said anything until I had the proof, because then I have something to tell you. If it turns out, which we know it's not going to, but if it turns out that he is Gregory's, no one needed to know that her and Finn hooked up.
But it's still a lie.
It's a lie from 20-some years ago that's going to hurt people more than
It's
help people.
still a lie.
Mm-mm. No. Sometimes
I feel like Gregory is going to be able to work through it with Finn.
No. Sometimes being honest is more about making yourself feel better than being honest to the other person. And that's not okay.
But I feel like Jackie was going to blow it up anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She's dumb. She should have just waited, got the results, and then said something.
I did find it interesting that Jackie and Anna bonded this week.
Mm-hmm. Because they're both liars. Let's bond over the fact that we lie about who's father, who's not mother, who's whatever.
I'm really mad that we wasted all this time thinking Peter was going to be good. Because he's so good at being bad. He's good at both.
He is good at both.
But he's a really good villain.
Yes.
But the thing is, they've wasted the past 2 years
Mm-hmm.
on us getting to like him.
I mean, I think that was the point, so you would be shocked.
No, but it's not, because they really dragged it out. Right.
Yes. If they wouldn't have made Maxie get pregnant, it would have been okay. But with her being pregnant, I really don't like that.
Right.
Are they going to make her go into something and lose this baby now to make it more interesting?
No.
Okay.
No. I did like that she decided not to stay with him, that the man that...
I know, she held his hand, and then she was like, actually, you're a jerk. No,
the man I loved was a lie. Because we should not lie at all.
I felt that. The man I love doesn't exist. Yep, we've all been there, girlfriend. It's okay.
Seriously. If you have an ex, you know what we're talking about. And it's the same with girls. I mean,
I'm sure it is.
Guys go through this too. I did like that Mac tried to keep Anna away from Maxie.
Mm-hmm. Mac was good this week.
He's such a good dad.
He was really good this week, and he looked very cute in his little glasses and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He was very okay. I was okay with him this week. Normally, he's not my favorite, but I was happy with him. I don't know what Anna expected Maxie to say, though. I'm going to come in and talk to you and try to explain it. Again, you're only trying to make yourself feel better.
Right.
Maxie's not in a position to forgive you right now.
Well, and how many of the newer fans have no idea that Mac is actually not her dad?
That's
her
true.
Biological father. He raised the heck out of that girl from infancy.
Right.
I mean, he is her dad.
He is her dad. Go ahead.
But then Anna actually calls Frisco.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, so you going to come do something?
No, he's not. Frisco never shows up for anything. Even Felicia. Felicia's very concerned. I need to know what's going on. Well, Felicia isn't that concerned because she's not here. And I know she was tending to a sick relative, but it's your daughter. Come on.
Right.
And not just your daughter.
At least FaceTime or something
Exactly.
and be like, she's really sick. You're pregnant. So I don't want to come be around you because Aunt whatever is sick.
Yep.
That's a totally legit reason outside of COVID.
Right. You're pregnant. I'm not going to jeopardize you. But let's have a conversation on the phone. Because Felicia could have even called in at that point and just done, not even FaceTime, just voice calling.
Right.
They could have pre-recorded it and been all fine.
Yep.
Played 100 times. It doesn't matter. Whatever. I just don't like how her parents don't show up.
Come on, Jack and Christina, get it together. Christina Wagner and Jack Wagner. And yes, they were married, but now they're divorced. And they were Frisco and Felicia on General Hospital. Now they're divorced too, as we know, because Felicia's married to Mac.
Even though she's never there.
Yes. When did Mac stop being co-commissioner? And now he's the chief of police or detectives or something like that?
They're throwing around those titles this week. And I'm like, who's what? I don't remember what you're talking about.
Okay.
No. Point is that they both felt like they should have known something.
Yes.
And they didn't.
Yes.
But I feel like they did because they kept telling her that Peter wasn't okay. Mac didn't like Peter.
Yeah, but we talked about this last week. Mac went through the circle of, I don't want this to happen, but Maxie does. So I'm going to love and support her.
Right.
Oh, wait, you hurt her. So I'm going to punch you
Mm-hmm.
and then go back to supporting Maxie. And Maxie hasn't told Mac that
Right.
she's done yet. So,
Right. And as a parent, that's all that you can do. So I don't feel like he should have known more, though. There's nothing that he could have said to Maxie that would have changed where we ended up. And I
Right.
feel like that's the truth even with Anna. I understand her being mad that Anna didn't say anything. It didn't matter what Anna said, though. She wasn't going to go back on her feelings.
well, and then Peter yelling at Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With everything she has done, she did not deserve that because she tried to let him be and encourage him to be the man that he apparently says he wants to be.
Right.
I wasn't showing it.
Mm-mm.
Actions, not words, dude.
Thank you. Yeah. She said only one of us, he said you killed my mother. And she said only one of us could have made it out of there alive. And he said, well,
The
it
wrong
shouldn't have been you. Yeah.
How can you say that?
I don't know.
How can you say that?
I don't know.
She's the only one who gave you the chance of having.
They gave him good, like, nasty lines to end conversations this week.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
when he said to Maxie, what did he say? The past is dead. Now we just have the future or something like that.
Right. Oh, come on,
wrote it down.
foreshadowing.
Yeah. And Anna was like, oh, I think that means something. The past is dead, Maxie. What we have is the future.
Yeah.
And Anna's like, oh, gee, I think that means something. Yeah, duh. He killed Franco. Go figure that out. How does Jason know that and Anna doesn't?
So, okay, are we going into that?
I mean, I feel like
First
it
of all,
goes there.
Franco torturing Peter was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of American Psycho-ish.
I was disappointed that he didn't have the zip tie on tight enough, though.
Yeah.
First rule of kidnapping someone, you got to make sure that zip tie is tight enough.
Double up, dude.
Exactly. They're not that expensive. You could have used a couple.
Oh my gosh, they come in like a 30 pack for $5. Use the whole bag.
You're so getting arrested, but it's okay.
So my aunt sent me a TikTok. Hi, squirrel. She sent me a TikTok this morning and said, this is what I should have said to your husband the first time I met him instead of, if you hurt her, I'll kill you or I'll hurt you. And it's a TikTok of like, so they do the duets and the guy is like, why do girls say when you start dating their friend, if you hurt her, I'll kill you or, I'll hurt you or whatever. He's like, or else. And he's like, or else what? And then this one girl duets. I think that they did like a duet. I don't. Okay. So she duets with him and says, this is why we watch true crime. I will inject you under the tongue with insulin so that they cannot find the mark, like the injection mark. Then I will drive you 20 miles outside of my radius, dig a 12-foot hole in the ground, dump you in halfway up, lay a canine. So that way, when they bring out the dogs to find the body, it's just going to find an animal carcass. And if they should find your body and they run the basic tox things, as we know from our girl D.
Right. It's not going to pop up.
They're not going to find the insulin. And if they should, they're just going to assume that you were diabetic.
Right.
The only thing she was missing is planting of endangered plants on top of the grave because it's illegal to dig them up.
Yes.
And she forgot to say she would leave her phone at home so that the GPS couldn't track her.
Yeah.
But then cars have GPS now that could probably track. Like I don't have the subscription navigation, but like I could use the GPS in my car.
You need to rent a car under someone else's name.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But then, so they had another girl who was duetting it, like her response, and she was guessing what the girl was going to say beforehand, and it was the best.
Again, we are going to jail, but that's okay.
And hold it real quick while we're on the subject of tests. I forgot to talk about this at the beginning. Krista, hi. Hi, ladies. My sister and I had some feelings on the glucose test. Did the writers forget who their target audience is? Haha. Anyways, I want to give you my experience with the glucose test. I was able to drink the orange drink at home and then go in and take the blood test for the first test. I barely failed it. So then I had to do a 3-hour test where I went in. That just like hurts so much. They tested my blood. If you've never been like severely, severely hungry as you're pregnant, it's horrible. Your stomach actually hurts. Okay. They tested my blood. Then I had to drink the lemon lime drink. It had more sugar in it than the orange, and then get tested each hour for 3 hours. I failed again. So I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. My doctor said that if I have another baby, I will get tested sooner. I think around the 14 weeks. So obviously way ahead than Maxie. And if I pass, I will still have to get tested again at the regular time. I also had to do a 2-hour test 6 weeks after giving birth to make sure my diabetes actually went away. And luckily, she's fine now. Fun fact, I was actually in the hospital getting induced when you mentioned my name on another podcast, and I had a total fangirl moment.
Aww. Oh my God, that's awesome.
I know.
That's awesome.
And I just, thanked her, hoped everything went well with the delivery. And she said, yes, we had a beautiful, healthy baby boy with a very easy delivery. So, Krista Ladage. I remember because we couldn't remember how to pronounce her last name.
We'll just mess it up
if
every
you could
time
email
we say it.
back the correct, just send us the phonetics. But anyway, that's on the subject of testing. Totally forgot to talk about that at the beginning.
But thank you for being exactly where we were. They did it all wrong, and everyone knows how this goes.
Yep.
See, and I'm glad that we were halfway right, because I was like, isn't there one you have to keep, if they keep doing it?
Right.
So,
But she was listening to us in the hospital.
That is so awesome.
I love it. Anyway, back to Franco.
So Franco should have kept the zip ties tighter.
Yes.
Is where we left off before we got into our true crime / glucose testing.
It came full circle.
I liked him torturing him, and I liked that he used everything that Peter had done against him.
Yep.
Like, Franco, you don't need to do this. No, according to the article, I am crazy, psychotic, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
So I might as well behave the way you told everyone I was going to.
Yep. I did. I loved it. But when Franco presented his tray of art tools, I now need to be concerned about my son, because I never really realized how much of art tools look like torture devices. Mm-hmm. Although I know that you have a box cutter and all that stuff, but I'm just wow, that's just they always show, oh, we're going to go check the man's toolbox or the toolbox in the garage, for stuff. They never think to look at the art tools.
That's a good tip now. We can do our own TikTok, and then I'll stab you with an art tool.
Exactly.
And hide it back with my art supplies, and no one will ever know.
Exactly. I don't know.
When our podcast gets shut down, we're going to know why.
Okay, have you listened to any true crime podcasts?
I guess that's very true.
But... Because we are totally fine. We don't even swear. We're fine. So anyway.
Yeah. So Peter escapes. So dumb. I'm sorry. And Franco, I feel like Franco would have been smarter than to leave the gun sit right there.
Yeah. So. Or tell Peter that he was recording, because it would have been so much better if... Okay, so then Peter shoots Franco and lets him die and then wipes his phone clean.
Yeah.
Or at least deletes the voice. It would have been so much better if he didn't know that he was being recorded, and then when he's in the hospital, they find his phone, and then Elizabeth hears it.
Right.
And it all...
Or if Cameron would have found it whenever he went to the morgue and checked his phone to see if he had got the message from him before he died, which would have been even more heartbreaking because he didn't. But to see that and then got the recording, that would have been great.
And okay, so then Jason actually was trying to save Franco.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't say to Elizabeth.
Thank you. No. It wasn't me.
Exactly. I understand not wanting to talk to the cops because they're out to get you without representation. But how is that not your natural response?
That is the mother of your child, someone who you have been friends with for how long?
Right.
And you're giving the stone cold look that she knows means you're guilty. Give her the empathetic eyes.
Right.
That show.
And just say it at this point.
Right.
I did not kill him.
Right. Diana's not going to be mad that you said that without her. It wasn't me.
Exactly.
Just say that.
And she knows that he doesn't lie. So that was obviously the truth, and that would have been the end of it.
Right. Especially if he was going to say that.
No, I didn't understand that at all.
I did not like it. I did like that Valentine showed up to talk to Jason. So before all that happened, Valentine showed up to talk to Jason about the fact that Peter, that this could be even happening. Right. And then Britt shows up. I'm sorry, her walking through that door, they have to get together. I want Jason and Britt together, telling him not to be stupid. And he's like, well, I haven't shot you. That's love.
Right. There you go. Wow. Lower that bar a little more.
But I like that. That was kind of flirty. Yes. That was flirty.
That was flirty.
Jason's flirty when he doesn't shoot you.
Yes. That was very flirty. He didn't shoot. I liked that Sam went right to Jason, though, and was like, look, I just need you to tell me There was no other anything else. They didn't try to make it some romantic something. She asked him. He said, no, it wasn't me. She said, okay, cool. I didn't think it was, and turned around and walked out.
Right. But I also like that she did not. So Sam showed up to support Elizabeth at the house.
Yes.
Which people were fighting about online, which is,
No,
I have mixed feelings about it.
Just done it
Exactly.
For Sam. And that's what Sam said. You even said we're not going to be best friends, but if you need someone to call, I can be on your list.
And not many people, Sam had it right, not many people know what she's going through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jason was shot and fell into the water, presumed dead.
Right.
She does get that, you know, and that's, I don't see them becoming BFF.
No.
But Sam was at least caring, went over, and she didn't try to defend Jason. She basically said, okay, I'm going to go get to the bottom of this for you.
Exactly. I don't think you're right, but we're not going to argue about it. I'm just going to go ask.
And mom moment for her. She put the kids first. I don't want there to be an issue between Danny and Jake.
Right.
Although I do not care for what they've done to Sam lately.
I felt like this was a true, like, shows how she's evolved. She's a grown-up. She's worried about her kids. She's being compassionate to other people. She could move forward from here with anyone other than Dante.
Correct.
And it would be great.
Correct.
So I liked that Terry was protected, though.
Yes, I'm so glad that they have Terry.
Yes.
That she has Terry.
Yeah. She's like, I was going to leave for work, but I can stay. And Liz is like, no, that's okay. You can go.
And she fed the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's a good friend.
And then talking to Cam. Liz talking to Cam. We are going so out of order, but Liz having to tell Cam how that had happened.
After he just had that dream about Franco.
Yeah.
Franco came and told him that he loved him and he was such a good kid and that he could do anything he wanted to do. That was very sweet.
That was very good. Okay, William Lipton had better get an Emmy.
Oh, yeah.
That kid
was amazing.
Is super talented. I mean, he was legit crying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Him in the morgue had me tear up.
Oh, my God. I can't believe that they did that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, two of his friends, dads, come back from the dead. So, of course.
I felt so bad for the girls because he's like, I have it. He's not really dead. He's just hiding like your dad did. And then Sonny, hopefully, is going to come back eventually. And he's going to be all mad that Sonny came back. And they're like, dude, I'm sorry. I just don't think that you're right.
Right. I do like how all the adults are telling the kids about Franco because, you know, Carly said, Cam's going to need you because Franco was killed, you know. And
I don't know that she should have told her before Cameron found out, though.
She probably didn't know that Cam didn't know.
Well, Joss had said she just came from Cameron's house, and he obviously didn't know then.
But Carly found out while Joss was on her way home. Although I did give Laura a lot of credit when she was like, not going to say anything, and then she's like, you're going to find out anyway. Franco was killed. Like, there was no...
I think I would just would have waited a little bit longer.
Let's just give her a pass on that one, though.
Just to make sure.
But it's not like Joss texted him and was like, hey, you okay?
Well, I would hope not. Are you okay that your stepdad's dead?
Right.
Let's not text that kid.
I'm so sorry about Franco. What?
Right.
You know, no. At least Joss didn't do that. But, yeah.
I don't know where to go from there. It all did wrap together.
If not for nothing else, we're finally seeing Liz have the compassion that she can. I'm not always the biggest Liz fan. We know this.
Right.
But she does have her good sides, but they've only been really showing. I mean, but her and Franco are so cute. How could they do this to them? Like, why can't she and the boys just have, I don't know.
Right.
Very upset. And then Jordan asking her, what would you say to a wife whose husband just died as a nurse? Dude, you're in law enforcement. You do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so why don't you talk to her? I understand her process behind asking that question is for Elizabeth to process it herself and everything. But guess what? When they always say doctors make the worst patients.
Right.
So how about you help the medical professional who's trying to think every way?
Yeah. I just don't like Jordan, so.
I know.
She was confronting everyone this week for all the wrong stuff.
That's just Jordan, though. That's just where we are with her.
Right. I didn't do my job, so why didn't you tell me that Peter was bad and that he should have been arrested before?
Do you know what, though? I'm really glad that when Cam went to the morgue, he didn't get stopped by the guy.
Yeah.
And that it was Elizabeth that found him. And that was heartbreaking. I cannot even imagine, because my son's the same age.
Right.
Like having to...
Yeah, no. Nope, that part made me tear up because he was so sad. And you could tell as he pulled that sheet back, he was still hoping. Like, nope,
Mhm.
this is not going to be him.
Yep.
And then I was like hoping for him. Yes, please don't have that be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. I hear you.
It makes me sad.
And then I like how they didn't forget to tell Nicholas so that
Yes, she could tell Ava.
Ava.
He could tell Ava. Mm-hmm.
And then Nina was upset because,
Right.
and Valentine went to her just to make sure she was okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not for any romantic.
Yes.
I think that there was a little bit of a spark in her, though, when he left. By the way, James Patrick Stewart read a book by Beatrix Potter on Instagram Live the other day, and it was adorable. It was The Tale of Jeremy Fisher.
Oh.
It's so cute. Just follow him on Instagram because he reads kids' books, and he uses a fun accent. Okay.
I love that you're so in love with him that you sit and listen to him read children's books when you have no children that age. But okay.
Well, I got a notification that he was live, and I was like, oh, why? But, okay.
You're cute. It was a compliment. You're cute.
Thanks.
I like that Nina mentioned that she was hurt that Franco went and hooked up with Liz and had all those kids.
But here's the thing. Franco didn't leave Nina for Liz.
No.
So the way that sounded, it sounded like...
No, I feel like it's still hurtful. If some guy tells you, I'm never going to get married, I just don't want to be married, blah, 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 and then you find out 6 years later that he's engaged.
Look at all the people George Clooney did that to. George Clooney was, I am never getting married. And now he is married and has babies.
Right.
But he's like 60, so...
Well.
Still hot.
I mean, I guess you're allowed to change your mind, but as a woman who wanted that with him, it is still hurtful because Nina really wanted a baby. And he, I mean, obviously she was like kidnapping babies and stuff. And he was like, no.
But I feel like that's part of why he didn't. We'll have to go back and revisit their relationship because wasn't it, he was like, no, I can't give you a baby to replace the one you lost.
Right. No, I don't think that it was totally all about just his feelings. And he didn't have kids with Liz. I mean, yes, he ended up being their stepdad, but it's not like they went out and had a baby together. Right. They were raising her pre-existing children. So,
like I have a friend who got divorced last year and, late 30s. She doesn't want kids and she and her husband did not want kids and that's not why they got divorced. But she even said to me, she's like, I have to be prepared for the fact that there's a chance I could meet a guy who has kids, you know? And so she at least came to that realization of, I may be a mom in some way, like that just might be, but she's like, but I had to get out of my marriage. And she did. But like, there's a chance,
It's hard. I don't know that I could be a stepmom.
But somehow she found a guy who's amazing, no kids, and doesn't want them either. And is like same our age. So
he's whatever awesome. She has.
I'll find out which one it was. But then Valentine went to Michael.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it all. I did feel like it was good storytelling this week, that it all flowed together very well. And even the people who went in between storylines made sense.
Yes, exactly. I liked Michael with Willow whenever he said, I made a decision about Nina. And she was like, without me? I don't think that's how that works.
No, I understand. I think she's going to be fine with it, though.
She's going to be fine with it. But I like that she felt comfortable enough to call him out.
Right.
Because even though she is Wiley's mom now.
Well, especially since they both just got revealed to them that major decisions were made for them.
Right.
And then he just turns around and does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to be like, excuse me, can people quit making decisions for me?
Yes. So I'm glad that she was like strong enough, grown up enough to say, okay, I understand where you're coming from and that you were used to making decisions on your own. But FYI, I am his mom, so don't do that again.
Exactly.
And said it nicely. It wasn't like a fight. It was like I'm just going to let you know why you were wrong and then we'll move forward.
Right. Exactly. So I think the only thing we really have left to talk about is Sunny Mike.
Mike.
I think that Elijah dude is the one who is vandalizing all of the places so that he can come to the rescue and he can just do something nasty about it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I thought that before he made the phone call at the end of the episode.
Where did Sunny get a cell phone from?
I don't know. Phyllis and Lenny gave it to him. I didn't think about that.
Why would he need a cell phone? He doesn't
Who's he going to call?
Anyone. He doesn't remember their numbers.
Huh.
Why is he on a cell phone?
What if, you know how music helps with memories? Mm-hmm. What if he hears a song and then he's going to remember a phone number because he'll associate it as the ringtone that he has for Carly or something?
Oh, that would be cute.
That'd be funny.
That would make sense. Let's do that because
I'm sorry, that would kind of be dumb though, but it would be good.
It would make sense why he has a cell phone then because Yeah, he pulled his cell phone out to call the guy about the card game. And I'm like, I've only seen you answer the bar phone, which makes sense
Right.
because you work there. Why would you have a cell phone if you know no one?
That is a very good question. Maybe they just got him a throwaway phone. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But certain things just stick out. And I'm like, that does not make sense. Would not be your top priority.
I did not actually think about that.
Anyone to have a phone.
And he remembers how to play poker really well.
Mm-hmm.
But he saved the Tano. And did you notice that the Tano has the state of Pennsylvania?
I did not notice. I'm sorry.
Around it, around the logo, like on the back of the bar, is the outline of the state of Pennsylvania.
Oh.
So Nixon Falls, we're going to look up if Nixon Falls is actually in PA. Nixon, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
So we're close. And it's on the other side. Okay.
Is there a bar there by that name? Let's go check it out.
So I listened to the Office podcast or the Office Ladies podcast,
mm-hmm.
and it's based in Scranton. And like all of the restaurants that they reference, unless they're bashing them, then they make up the name.
Oh,
so if they're saying
nice.
like, there's one episode where it's either Alfredo's Pizza or Pizza by Alfredo.
Uh-huh.
One of them's real, one of them's not.
Oh, okay.
So then like there is a Poor Richard's Bar. There is when they just say like really random little things.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one episode where Dwight has sheets. Like, so.
Oh, that's super fun.
Yeah.
I do like that.
I'm not finding the Tano bar.
Darn. I wanted there to be one. That would have been a fun road trip.
Nope.
Someone should open one just so we can go have that experience.
Yeah. I don't know. But Sonny saved the day. He's going to find...
That was a lot of profit on $250.
I know.
I need to learn how to play poker. Wow.
No, you don't. You gamble enough as it is.
I might be a little addicted.
So the only thing that I have left is... do you have anything else?
We didn't talk about Scott.
Oh, Scott. Yeah, hold it.
Poor Scott.
I had that. Okay, go ahead.
I liked how sweet he was with Cameron, making the list of all the stuff Franco needed to
Making
do.
a contract.
Yes.
Good
all
for Cam making it legal.
Yes. And then he was so devastated. I like that Laura was the one that told him.
Yes.
And I loved Laura with Liz because she went right to her and was like a good ex-mother-in-law. I was impressed with that.
Yep.
But anyway, Laura told Scotty that Franco was dead. And he was like, why do your children die before you? All three of them. And I was like, yes.
Serena's still around. Well,
yeah.
She's still alive.
Yeah.
She's not around.
He didn't say all my kids. He just said 3 of my kids. Yeah. 3 out of 4. That's really bad statistics. I'm sorry, Scotty.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just liked that they didn't make it, just about Franco. Because I feel like that would have been, again, a natural reaction to say, have I not had enough loss?
Right. No, I 100% agree. I loved them all this week.
It was a good week. It made sense. It moved the storyline along. It kept everything where it needed to be. We weren't bouncing back and forth between 400 storylines. When you saw someone that you didn't typically see, it still tied into it. Like you said with the Nina and Valentine.
The Valentine and Jason. And Britt, Valentine, and Jason. When would you have ever guessed that they were going to be at Palazzo's or whatever?
Mm-hmm. And I love Violet again this week. She's so cute. In her little PCPD t-shirt that she was sleeping in at Chase's. So cute.
He's such a good uncle.
He is. Or brother.
Whichever. God, how are they going to explain that to Violet? Hey, your Uncle Chase? He's really your brother.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Can we just drop this altogether, please? Just, no. No.
It would be a really nice surprise because everyone is assuming that it's going to turn out that Chase is Finn's. It would be a really nice surprise if they shocked everyone and said, nope, it's actually Gregory's.
Yep.
Storyline's done. Move on.
Yep. We've dropped enough good storylines. How about we drop this one?
Right.
Because it's not good.
Right. But yeah, that's all I have.
So my last thing will totally tie into reality check.
Okay.
Wes Ramsey has a spot on his right cheek where hair doesn't grow incorrectly, and it's kind of distracting once you find it. He has just like this one line. Okay. And I didn't realize it until Friday. Like, that's why some guys don't grow beards, because if it grows in all patchy or something. So I don't know, because it's a very...
Well, now I'll have to look for it.
I know.
Like an Easter egg and find it. Okay.
Look for the hairless line. What? I don't know. But that's it.
All right. How does that tie into reality check?
Well, because I'm going to wind up talking about my son, and my son's dad does not grow facial hair because it grows in all patchy.
Ah, okay.
I mean, that's really not how I was making the connection, but...
That'll work. All right. You get to go first.
But at least was a real reality check, because it's not just an actor choice. It's a character choice. I'm sorry, Wes, I just outed you on the hairless spot.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a makeup flaw.
Maybe.
Maybe they accidentally put...
They totally jacked up Maxie's makeup this week. I don't know what kind of highlighter what they were using, but her cheeks were gray, not pink. And I know you're trying to make her look sick, but the way that the light hit, it was awful.
I did not notice that.
But yeah, pay attention.
Okay.
It's awful.
Oh, okay.
Like really awful. And you know I'm not a makeup person because I do not do all those fancy things, but you could see the contour line, and instead of
This is why we
pink,
podcast in this, because neither one of us put on makeup unless we have to.
pink, instead of being pinky, it was
Brainy?
like gray, but like too harsh. Not even
Okay.
like...
It wasn't blended.
Right. It wasn't like they were trying to make her look more pale, and so all of it was too light of a
Like how
shade.
people do their makeup
was
on
just
Halloween
here.
when they're trying to be a dead person?
Mhm, yeah.
Okay.
It was way too harsh. It was just like, you're not doing it right. And that's like a really big thing for me to catch. Because again, I do wear makeup most days, but I don't do all those like 25 different steps.
Like contouring and...
Yeah. I
I
slap
don't
on
understand.
the foundation, blush, mascara, lipstick. No. That's it. I don't do...
These masks have been
awesome have all
for
this
me.
fancy highlighter stuff. And I'm like, well, then it just looks like I dumped glitter on my face. I do not look right. So
my reality check is I don't know how to do makeup.
Right, there you go.
I was 22 before I learned how to do mascara.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still don't feel like I know how to do makeup. Megan researches all the good products, and she's like, this one, you can buy the cheap one. This one, you need to go to high end, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
And like watches all these reviews and these people and stuff. And I text her the other day and I was like, can you fix my face? And she was like, what are you talking about? And I feel like I need like a primer and a whatever, but I don't want to get into 400 steps like that because I'm not going to be a 2-hour makeup person. No way.
Mm-mm.
So can you fix my face? And she thought that was really funny.
Well, keep going with your reality check.
I don't know what else. Oh, Madeline did her first reconciliation on Tuesday. So she was perfect for a split second. And it was cute. She did really well. She was excited. She was nervous. There was a ton of kids there. And they had them raise their
because they had to cancel last year, right? Mm-hmm. So did they make that up?
I don't know, because they did do confirmation last year. They just pushed it out.
Okay.
Megan should have made hers last May, and she did it in July.
That's right.
So I'm assuming that they pushed those kids too, but I'm not positive. But anyway, originally they were like, raise your hand if you want to go. And there was 3 priests. And so Madeline was like, I'm not going to raise my hand yet. And I was like, they're forming a line over there. Go get in line. By the time that you're up, you'll be ready to go, because I am not spending hours here for you to feel comfortable. It's one of those things, you got to go do it. So she did it, and I don't know what, since she confessed, because again, she's 8, so what does she really do wrong? But she knew the prayers she needed to know, and she got it all done, and she came out all excited. So that was
good for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yes. That was really it this week, though. Nothing else.
Didn't you send me a text about Emily?
Oh, Emily got into Cal U, which she's very excited about. I don't have the same sense of excitement, though, because I don't feel like she's ready to go off to school. I think she's going to need that starter year at community college, which I don't think there's anything wrong with.
No, God, no.
Cheaper,
heck yeah.
And she just hasn't done as well in high school as she could have. So let's not go spend $1 million at a bigger school when we can spend less money at a community college, kind of get our feet wet, and then move forward. So I'm happy for her, because she wanted to be like her friends and have that piece of paper that said accepted. And I did tell her all of that. But as far as actually going there, I'm still pushing for community, because money. Yeah.
Well, and emotionally, it's...
Right. It's going to be a big adjustment. Like we've talked about her issues before. It's going to be a big adjustment for her to handle school without all the extra. Like right now, she has the support from the teachers and the IEP and all that kind of stuff to make sure that she's on track, and she's still not where she should be. So college, they just don't baby you the same way. I know there's some accommodations.
I was going to say, I'm like, there are accommodations.
There are, but not to the level they do in high school.
No.
So I don't know. But yes, I thank you for bringing that up, because she's excited. I'm excited that she has that paper that she wanted. But I'm all about community for right now.
Yay.
So, but that leads us into your big news, which is awesome.
My son finally picked a school.
Yay!
We had our last 2 tours this week. We went to, we did go. I was there at both of them. My husband came with us yesterday, and he chose to go to Edinburgh, which we had some like an hour and a half presentation. And then they did like a virtual whatever, but it was just for the art department.
Oh, nice.
So they had students. I'm really impressed with the stuff that they were talking about. And you're going to know why I love this so much. The guy who created Baby Yoda graduated from Edinburgh.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I just like looked at him. But then, so when we got done with it, I'm expecting him to say, first of all, my son he's very, very quiet. He does not get as excited as I do about things. Like, I'm very excitable.
Yes.
He's not. And so we're like, so what do you think? He's like, it's good. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this program, because they specifically talk about how they want you to develop your style, help you with your goals. Mm-hmm. All of the teachers are active artists too.
Oh, wow.
One of the teachers has won an Emmy.
Oh my
goodness. Right. I mean, I already knew that they had an award-winning program, but I was really impressed by, it doesn't seem, they're going to push, and there's they do collaborative projects with teams so that you're getting peer feedback and everything.
Nice.
So I was just really impressed with all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get out and he's like, yeah, it's okay. Like, it's good. And then we go down to the bookstore cause they gave him a coupon for 20% off or something. And they have all the apparel.
Right.
And he's picking out art supplies. Nothing with the school's logo or anything on it. And I'm like, okay. So we go up to the front and they have these laminated cards that say, congratulations, Borough Bound class of 2025. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to get one of those because we don't know yet and I'm not buying anything. So the woman at the bookstore said, so are we going to see you in the fall? And he goes, yeah. And that's exactly what I did. And I looked at him. I went, wait, what? I was like, are you serious? Did you just make a decision? He's like, yeah, why not? I said, no, this is college.
Right. Not why not. Like, for real. You need to be excited.
Like, this is college. You have to actually want to go.
Right.
I said, is it to the point where I can go buy myself a shirt?
Right.
That's how committed you are? He's like, yeah, go ahead.
Aww.
And I bought one of those cards. And we bought magnets for all of the cars. They did not have dad shirts other than size small, which my husband and his dad aren't, or else we would have bought. So we didn't buy grandparents yet either, just because I'm like, nope, it's just me.
You deserve us.
But I was just so proud of him. And then I paid the tuition deposit last night.
Ouch.
And now we get to start on that. But he got a scholarship. So that
good.
Should be a good portion of that. He's been applying to other scholarships and
nice.
Yeah. So
congratulations.
Thanks.
I'm so happy for you both.
Me too. And it was the school that I was hoping he would choose. Mm-hmm. So
yay.
It's close enough, but far away enough.
Yeah.
And it has its own lake.
Nice.
Which I'm like super jealous.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But that's it.
That's good mom stuff though.
It is. All good stuff. So join us on Thursday as we talk about the not good mom stuff. Can't really say that though.
Right. In the end, they both got babies and that's what matters.
Right.
Just a
lot of heartache and a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, join us on Thursday as we talk about the Dante, Lulu, Maxie, Spinelli, Britt baby train. There we go.
There you go.
That's what it can be called. The baby train.
Baby train. I like that. So have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.